All right, so we're going to look at a few more of these parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So specifically ones where one of them are in standard form. So it could be two of them, but we're lucky here today. Only one of them's in standard form. So the trick here is you can't tell what the slope is right away, so you're going to have to convert it to y equal mx plus b form. All right, this one's already given to us. The slope is 3. For this one, we're going to have to move the 2x over, so plus 2x to cancel it out, plus 2x. Let's see here. That'll cancel. We'll get 6y is equal to 2x plus 12. And then divide by 6. Divide by 6. So the only part we really care about here is this 2 and the 6. I don't really care about what the 12 divided by 6 turns out to be. This is going to give me my slope, my m, is going to be 2 over 6 or 1/3. All right, so here the slope was 3. Here the slope is 1/3. These are reciprocals, but they are not negative reciprocals of each other. All right, so that would be neither. All right, neither. To be perpendicular, they'd have to be negatives of each other as well. All right, this one, again, it's in standard form, so I just got to move over my x. So minus x from both sides, and I'm going to get y equals negative x plus 5. So my slope is, out of sight. My slope is negative 1. All right, that number attached to the x. And over here, this one's in point slope form, so there's my slope. Bam, right there. It's an implied 1. All right. So if the slopes are 1 and negative 1, well, those would be negative reciprocals of each other. All right, they are negatives, and we talked about the last time. 1 and itself, like 1 is its own reciprocal, because if you flip 1 over 1, you still get 1 over 1. Right. So this one, they would be perpendicular to each other. Got it. All right, so these are some of the other types that can show up. Let's say they want to know whether the line that connects these 2 points and this line are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So here, I got to move over my x. It'd be 2y is equal to negative x plus 6. And then I would have to divide by 2. Divide by 2. And the only part I care about is this part right here, the slope. So it's a negative 1 over 2. Negative 1/2. All right. And then, of course, for this one, we're going to have to do the y2 minus y1, the old slope formula. So hopefully you got that, or hopefully you got this thing down. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're just going to subtract the y values. So that's going to be negative 2 minus negative 6. That's on top. And then we'll do 3 minus 5 on bottom. All right, that's going to give me a positive 4 in the top because I get negative 2 plus 6. Positive 4. And then the bottom, 3 minus 5 is negative 2. That's going to simplify down to negative 2. That would be the slope of the line that connects those 2 points. These are not negatives of each other. They are reciprocals, but not negatives of each other. One would have to be positive, the other would have to be negative. So again, this is neither. Got it. All right. Another type here. So for this one, if we want to know whether these are parallel, perpendicular, or neither, you're just going to have to know a little bit about what the graphs look like. Maybe not. I mean, you could probably figure it out, I guess. The slope of this one is 0, and the slope of this one is 3. So there's no relationship there. Like, those are definitely neither. That's what this would be. But it does help to know what the graph of these types look like. So y equals 8, those are the ones that are going to be a horizontal line at 8. So at 8, it's going to be a horizontal line. So if I was comparing, say, y equals 8 to y equals 2, which would be another horizontal line, well, then these two would end up being parallel to each other, right? Because, two horizontal lines, those are parallel to each other. But if instead, let's say I was comparing y equals 8 and x equals 2. Well, x equal 2, the graph of that one, those were the ones that were vertical lines. So I'd go to 2 on the x-axis and I'd draw a vertical line. And you can see here that they are going to be perpendicular to each other. When they cross, they're going to meet at a right angle with each other. And it's not really, you can't really tell that using the negative reciprocal rule, because I guess how would you make 0 negative? And how would you find the reciprocal of 0? Or if you came over here and you were like, oh, the slope is undefined. That's usually how we described it. Well, how could you find the negative reciprocal of something that's undefined? You can't. But you can tell geometrically that when these two things cross, right, when they cross, they're going to meet at a right angle with each other. That's the idea.